Okay, today we're going to look at what I have for core data. Okay, so a lot of this setup stuff at the beginning is just for the user interface, which I'll show at the end. But saving in core data is pretty sleek. So we just have to create entities, NS entities, and we get those by using this right here. And it uses key value pairs is how that is all linked together. And entities are like in core data, that's like the class, or in SQL, that would be the table. And then I don't really know what to say about this. I guess let me show you what it does really quick. So right here, this is me reading in everything that I have saved in my SQLite database using core data. So they're just movie titles. So if you want to add a movie title, you can just type something in. We'll say Star Wars. And then it'll save it in and re-update the list. And you can see when I close this, the nice thing about core data is it stores persistency. So when you typically close an app, it wipes out the current memory. Core data writes it to a small database so that you can pull that memory back into existence. So it's still there. If I wasn't using core data, all of this would be blank. And I don't know, do you guys have any questions?
I have actually a question about your UI. Can you explain how you do like the table cells and stuff? Because I hadn't.
Okay, so
because I think that was pretty sweet, like how you did all the table cell stuff.
So let's look at this over here. So I thought this was kind of cool because I haven't done a lot of UI stuff, but the example I was using made it pretty easy. So we have our normal view.
Mm-hmm.
This is our view controller here, and it's just a child of view. And I add some constraints on my table view. So bottom layout, guide to top, and then vertical trailing and ending. So I just have all of these as defaults, and I add them to the outer view, the parent one, so that it just matches whatever it's doing, which makes it really nice so that if you wanted to turn your screen, everything's displayed like it should be. And is there something specific?
Just like how you put populate things in the table cell. Like, do you loop through it? Do you?
Okay, so in here, so we've got
how do you just display that list of things in the table cell? So
okay, so we've got our table view outlet, and then I just have an array of movies that I'm using. And then to add a movie, using that alert that you saw.
Yeah.
And then that alert goes into save action. And then you have to have this handler. And then I think, so in here, this is a closure, right?
Yeah.
So
You could probably even write that after. Yeah. So there's a closure.
so
And see, I see
and it's
table
updating.
view, reload data. But I guess how does it know how to like do one on each line?
Oh yes, so that's down here. So I have, where is it at? I think I wrote
View, table view.
I think I wrote a note in here where I was creating as many cells as there are numbers of array elements. But it's these cells. Where is it? So table view, cell for cell identifier. Right here. So here's the table view, and the number of rows in section is a section type, and then I'm just setting the number to the same number of movies.count.
Okay.
So I set the same number, and then it's right here that you're actually saving them into your table view.
So table view, cell with row index path. Okay, each cell, table view, reusable cell with identifier cell, and so then cell.text label equal person value t title, return the cell. Okay.
Yeah, so it's this one right
So
here.
it just does that for every cell. It will do that.
Yeah, for each row. At this index. So this is the key for all of this to work right there.
Okay.
Which I thought was really nice. The only thing that I don't know what's going on is this. At first I didn't have this ugly space up here. And so I don't know what changed, why I have that space, because it should be going straight to the top.
I think it's probably something with your constraint or something.
Yeah, I think it's one of those top constraints that it's having issues with.
Okay.
But anyway, so that's what I have. I tried grabbing an entity that doesn't exist, so just an empty string, and it did not like that. Terminating with uncaught exception for type NS exception is what it resulted as. So that's what I have on core data. Yeah, I think somebody could get really good at UI stuff, and I think apps would be a lot easier. Because half the time it seems like you're just trying to track down how do you just
do something with the
this.
user interface.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like, because I thought it'd be cool to be able to swipe and delete them too. So that would be.
Well, it's probably just register an action. I think there's like an action one for like a table. I was looking at it, so I think there's like an action that you can add onto the table. And so then I think you can do that. So just when they swipe it, like you could do it so they swipe and it'll take you somewhere else, or you can do it swipe and it'll delete.
Yeah, that would be cool.
But I just saw it, so I'm not positive. So, but it seemed like one of the gestures was like
I just
that.
wonder how you would do that on. You have to link that to the individual cells.
Yeah.
Probably similar to. I don't know. I was gonna try to look at it last night, but I was like, well, it's like 11:30. I barely cracked this out.
I was thinking there was like a